Hey, everybody, welcome to tonight's version of Filing Week 2025 here in Kitsap County. Jerry, go ahead. You start this evening. Tell us who you are.
Oh, I'm so complicated. I'm a no. As usual, I'm Jerry Hebert. Uh, I've been a longtime resident and have been involved in our party for a little over 30 years. Um, I've been actually active in political endeavors and in the issues of civil rights and human rights since 1960, when I first worked with President Kennedy's campaign, and because I've traveled all over the world, have had a very unique upbringing, I'm keenly aware of America's benefits. I'm keenly aware of the difference between our government and other governments. Um, it's also really made me keenly aware of our race differences and the
Yeah.
way we treat people when they're not born here. So
Mm-hmm.
I keep my eye on the ball for these kinds of things all the time. But basically now I'm serving for the as the 23rd Legislative District Secretary, and I'm an at-large member of their board of directors.
Right.
And in the past, I've held public office as an appointed official.
All right. Cool. So, when Jerry says party and when he says 23rd LD, just to, transparency here, we are both Democrats. So, just to remind
I
you,
keep forgetting. I'm sorry, is there another party? I
right?
I
Other
can't
party
think of
who?
one.
Right, right, right,
Yeah,
right. So, thank you, Jerry. Anyway, hey,
thank you.
I'm Hanny. I am former chair of the Kitsap County Democrats, former vice chair of the 26th District Democrats. I currently sit on the Washington State Democrats Disabilities Issues Caucus. I've been on that committee for years, or caucus for years, along with a few others at the state party level. Really fun to be here doing this and talking about election this year. Something that's always been near and dear to my heart because I have none of the world knowledge that Jerry has. So something that's near and dear to me is that I have always encouraged people to use their voice and vote. So actually being involved in politics is really a sort of love for me because I really want to have more people participating in our local government and finding their voice and making sure to vote and electing great representatives to make our area grow, prosper, and everybody's happy. Well, or as close to everybody is happy. Yeah, it's something like that. Anyway, um, welcome. Tonight's night three of people who have filed to run for office.
And
Um,
I hear we've got some extras tonight. We've got a significant number of new filings, huh?
yeah, let me look. We are up to 49 offices filed for and 66 candidates. It's kind of a slow day, I think, because I think last night we were at like 59, but it's Wednesday. I think the big action this week will come Friday, and I'm really excited for Friday's show.
I am very much looking forward to Friday's show, and we'll be able to actually see who's going to be competing. It's almost like watching the robot wars. Got to go team.
Right, 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 right. All right, I'm gonna start looking through here. Just want to remind everybody we do have one state legislative race in the ballot this year, and it's for Legislative District 26 for the state senator seat. As we know, Emily Randall is in Congress now, so there was a vacancy appointment, and Deb Krishnadasan, who she is the incumbent in this race because she was the one that was appointed during the vacancy appointment process. So, yeah, I'm really excited for this race. Reminiscent of when Derek Kilmer went to Congress, and
Yeah.
yeah, and we had Nathan Schlicker for a while, Dr. Schlicker. All right, I shall carry on. One moment. I
And we're
am not
still,
sure. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm good. I realize there's dates in the far corner that can tell me who filed today. I know, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed sometimes, but that's okay. I'm still
we're
zooming
waiting.
along. I know I'm going to come up with someone soon. Aha, and I have. So, North Kitsap School District, Director District 1, Leighton Thomas. Does that name sound familiar to you? No?
Not to me, but that's doesn't
Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah, same.
I'm a grandpa. I don't have children in school, so I don't pay as much attention as I probably should.
Right. Parking lot item for future. Maybe we should ask Terry Schumacher to come on and talk with
Yes,
us about the North Kitsap School Board. I
that would be good.
she is a wealth of information, and I think she could really share some things with us. So,
Yes,
yeah,
I know Terry, and I admire her a great deal. It'd be fun to talk to her.
yeah, definitely. All right, carrying on. Central Kitsap School District, Director District 5, Darren Beach. Hmm. We'll have to find somebody in Central Kitsap that might know people. We do have a Central Kitsap person now that I think about it. Yeah,
We've got it.
Cam being one of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then a few other people I know are also very Central Kitsap centric because, yes. All right, more parking lot items for later.
Yes.
Let me keep going. Central Kitsap Fire and Rescue Commissioner Position 4, Christy Schiffer. Schaefer? Yeah. I am totally indebted to Central Kitsap Fire and Rescue. When I had my accident, that was who came to save me. that
So
I
can we
uh-huh.
these new filings? Can you tell us whether or not they're in? There's a competitor already filed,
Oh,
or whether or
sure,
not
sure,
it's a
sure.
competitive race?
Yeah. That's a good idea. With Christy, yes. David Fergus is also running.
Okay.
And then let me zip back up. Darren Beach is running against Eric K. Green. One moment. All right, yeah. I think I've covered everybody so far. Let me zip back down to where we were.
We got to get some background music. Do,
We
do,
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 right?
do,
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, I think Jeopardy music would work really good here. Port of Manchester, District Number 10, Commissioner Position 3, Kevin J. Holst. So,
Is
yesterday
that is
we.
that a contested seat?
No, it's not. Wow. Yeah, alright. Let's see. And our last contestant, Silver. Let me make sure that's our last contestant of the day. Nope, it's not. Next contestant would be John Poppy, Silverdale Water District number 16, Commissioner Position 2. Um, Interesting. John is the incumbent in this position. I've known him for years. He's helped the Kitsap County Democrats out in the past. We have previously endorsed him for, I think, a different position. He has not shown up to seek endorsement with us for some time now. So, yeah, that's all I know. One moment. There we go. My browser went a little funky for a minute.
So,
Still is. Oh, there we go. And then let's see, our last person of the night is Village Green Metropolitan Park District Commissioner Position 2, Tracy Darlene Harris. And she is the only person who's filed for the position. So there we have it.
okay.
Yeah,
And is
yeah.
that so we're all current now for
Right.
we've covered everybody so far that's
We've covered everybody so far. Yeah,
hmm,
I guess Wednesday's going to be a short night. But be sure to tune in Friday because Friday will be extra fun. And hopefully we can get
yeah,
maybe a friend or two to drop in with us and talk about all the contestants in the upcoming election and all that.
that would
Something
be great.
yeah, something interesting really quick that I want to mention. Um, we usually mention the PDC nightly, and tonight's PDC mention, and that's the Public Disclosure Commission at pdc.wa.gov. Tonight's mention of the PDC is that if you filed as a candidate, you want to make sure to get all of your PDC records done in a timely manner and correctly. Because if you don't, there is a gentleman named Glenn Morgan out there. Hi, Glenn. Hey! Glenn Morgan likes to file PDC complaints against people. He has a few other people that help him. Hey, Connor, I forgot your last name. Sorry. Robert Parker at times, but they actually will actively file complaints against you if you don't do your paperwork correctly. I always advise people to get someone who is specifically your treasurer, not you, and someone who's very handy with PDC rules and regulations. Thank you. Do you have anything
And
else you would like
I
to
have
add?
I have one thing to add. I have in self-care, I have started avoiding the news as much as possible and have started only looking once a day.
Right.
So my first article today was really kind of insightful. It taught me a great deal. It was about the Ohio police officers who pulled over a car who had a warrant and ended up having to arrest the driver and her passenger, who, because when the police officer got there, the lady's passenger had a hash pipe in his mouth. And the raccoon was very happy sitting there with his hash pipe because it was her pet raccoon that was sitting in the passenger seat with a hash pipe.
Wow.
The
Weekly World
world
News lives on.
gets stranger by the day, by the
Right.
day. And I thought I
Yeah.
had some animals that kept me running.
Right. So, other
So
news
I
of
think
the,
it's important.
yeah,
I think it's important that we keep up with the funny stuff too,
right, right.
even if it's not funny in
So,
retelling.
thank you for reminding me. Going a little more serious in the news department for a minute. No pope was chosen today, so the conclave continues. Um, I received word this morning that one of my very favorite teachers from high school passed away today. His name was Alex Bennett. He was a longtime teacher at Bremerton High School. I will never forget Mr. Bennett because as a new student that was consistently bullied for, name it, Mr. Bennett his classroom was right on the other side of my locker, and he continually came out and told people to stop messing with me. And so I always wanted to take one of his classes. I want to say that he taught flying at Bremerton High School. I would love to learn how to fly. That would be fun. So yeah, that was some sad news. And then we got to end with some super happy news, which is Washington State Ferries this morning and or afternoon announced
Absolutely.
that they're gonna, the dates for bringing back full boat service to the Bremerton Run to the Southworth Run. I am entirely stoked for that. I am hoping and praying that that becomes fruition without a hitch, because somehow I think
I
at
bet.
times the Washington State ferry system is all about hitches and glitches. But I'm looking really forward to this, and I love Washington State ferries. I always have since I was a kid. Yay!
That's one of the things that I was really impressed when we were going to those town hall meetings
Right?
this last weekend was how much we've accomplished. Our delegation's done a really good job, specifically Greg Nance, in getting us that ferry money and the ferry upgrades that we need and stuff. And some good things coming in the future. It's exciting.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh, one more thing. I found out I won an award this weekend. I did.
Really,
Oh my gosh. Um,
congratulations.
yeah, the Kitsap County Democrats honored me at their dinner that I wasn't at.
Oh,
I got the Reluctant Leader of the Resistance Award. I hope I got that right. I wasn't there. Many people texted me, and I'm like, "What happened?" Uh, but
congratulations.
yeah,
I
I'm
didn't get a
really
chance to attend either, but I understand it was an outstanding event. And
right.
kudos go to the county's organization and
Yeah,
having such a successful event.
everybody who helped pitch in to make that happen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do have personal first-hand knowledge on just how stressful a dinner can be, and just how pins and needles you are, even while that dinner's going on. So, just really proud of our fellow Democrats for pulling off an outstanding fun evening, from what I understand. Yay! All
Well,
right.
if we're done, I do
Yeah.
have to get on to the continuing planning work that we have to do. I really
Yes.
appreciate this time with you, Hanny. Thank you
You
so
bet.
much for doing this and for
Hey,
keeping us
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow night with bells on,
All right. So
and I
tomorrow
have
night,
them waiting.
yeah, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. We will be here again, discussing everything elections 2025. Have a great evening.